group of vacationers looking for a fun time out, ending up finding a human corpse stuffed in a suitcase at Matawini Creek along the Linden-Sosdike Highway. Neesa was brutally murdered, her head battered beyond recognition, and stuffed into a suitcase. The perpetrators took her to the Matawini Creek and dumped the suitcase with her lifeless body. Dumbbells were attached to the suitcase to ensure that it did not resurface. Neesa was only 16 years old at the time of her death. Neesa Gopaul rose from her watery grave to nail her cold-blooded murderers. Neesa Gopaul's biological father, Javed, died at home and was buried the same day. Immediately after Javed died, Small moved in to live with Neesa's mother, Bibi. He allegedly also attempted to carry on a relationship with Neesa, which angered Bibi and caused the two to fight. At one point, Neesa reported to the police station that she was being raped by Small. She subsequently rescinded her statement from the police, saying that she had lied about that. Small then pressured Bibi to murder Neesa, and she eventually complied. On the day of the murder, they took Neesa and her younger sister out for a drive, and after lunch at Royal Castle, asked the girls if they wanted to go for a long drive. The girls responded in the affirmative, and the family headed up the Linden-Sosdike Highway. When they arrived in the vicinity of Splashman's Fun Park, Small, who was sitting behind Neesa, placed a rope around Neesa's neck and started to strangle her. Neesa started to kick the dashboard and steering wheel in the struggle as she held on to the rope and gasped, "Mommy, Mommy, don't kill me." The younger sister, Mary, was asleep next to Small, and the music was up so that she would not be awakened by the noise from her sister. The windows were also wound up and the air conditioning was turned on. Then Bibi turned into a trail heading towards Emerald Tower Resort and drove for approximately 1 mile, after which they stopped. Jarvis Small held Neesa by the neck and took her out of the car as she panted for breath. Neesa fell to the ground with her arms stretched out and muttered desperately in a faint voice, "Mary, Mary, wake up." Small then took a piece of wood from out of the car and dealt Neesa several blows behind her head. Subsequently, Small picked up Neesa's lifeless body and loaded it into the car. They returned with the girl's lifeless body home. The next day, Bibi filed a missing person report for Neesa with the police. That night, the criminal couple stuffed their victim into a suitcase, took it to the creek near to the Emerald Towers Resort, and dumped it into the water, attaching dumbbells to the suitcase so as to keep it from resurfacing. That was Bibi Sharima Gopaul, prison mate's testimony. Speculatively, the motive for the murder might have been twofold: to silence Neesa from reporting the repeated rapes and to remove her as the only barrier which stood in the way of claiming ownership of the property which her father had given to her before he died.